This is 5th grade math, lesson 138, part 2, how Mrs. Nelson feels when her students don't write their formulas. We are here to talk about writing your formula. When we were still in class together and we were learning how to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Fahrenheit, I told you, step one always has to be writing your formula. You guys are getting away from that. And a lot of people are getting their problems wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna pull you guys back and have you guys get on track with writing your formulas. It's not an option, it's a must. You must write your formula. You don't have to like it. You can think it's a waste of time, but I promise you that every math teacher you have for the history of math will make you write your formulas. And the further you go in math, the more formulas you're going to be using, as in like in the next few days, we'll be using some more formulas. So I really need to get you guys back to the habit of writing formulas. So I'm gonna be really strict on it, and I'm going to expect it and require it and have you guys redo it if you don't. So let's not go there. Let's just start writing our formulas. If you've been doing that already, pat yourself on the back, you're doing the right thing. If you got away from it because you forgot how important I said it was, let's get back to doing that starting today. So I already did lesson 138 part 1 with you, which was my flashcards and talking about geometry facts or geometry terms. So that was the front side of your worksheet. Back side of your worksheet is review, plus a little bit of geometry, but the back side's mostly review, and I put 2 of the conversion problems on the board. They're from section 7, the review section, A and B, and so I was thinking we could do them together right now so that I could remind you how it should look and how we start by always writing our formula. So get your worksheet if you haven't grabbed it yet, and flip to the back and go to section 7. If somehow you already did the back before watching this, grab it and just check over. And if you didn't write your formula, you have to erase and redo it so that you have room to put the formula first. Okay, so here we go. Also, I have these flashcards that actually came in my flashcard pack. This is from the same company who makes our worksheets, but this is why I made my own, because they have this little X here. And we said just to put the parentheses, because pushing parentheses up against something in math means you're just multiplying it. And putting an X in here with all these other letters can be confusing, especially when you get into further with algebra. So it's the same thing. Celsius equals 5/9 times parentheses F minus 32, or how we've been putting it, and even how it is in the back of your book. So for some reason they've got this one, but in the back of your book it's correct like this. It's C equals 5/9 parentheses F minus 32. The parentheses are super important. We have to do those first, or I think some of you guys wrote your formula, which I was happy about, but then you didn't do the parentheses first, and your answer was wrong. So you have to do the parentheses first. So we're going to go through this and do a little practice. So please do this with me. So step 1 is to always write our formula. C equals 5/9 parentheses F minus 32. That's it. Every single time, write the formula. Second line should be putting F in for Fahrenheit, 86. So everything else you just drop down. C equals 5/9 again, parentheses, 86 minus 32. Okay, drop down again. C equals 5/9, parentheses, what is 86 minus 32? 6 minus 2 is 4. 8 minus 3 is 5, so 54. Let me get these out of the way so I have more room. Okay, now we're multiplying. C equals 5/9 times 54 over 1. Oops, 54 over 1. Let's cross cancel if we can. Nothing here but here. 9 and 54. 1, how many times does 9 go into 54? 6. Multiply across. 5 times 6 is 30. Over 1, or just 30. So 30 goes up in your blank. Mrs. Nelson, you're telling me I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of work underneath these? Yes. And line 1 is your formula, always. Okay, so the next one, this is when they already give you the Celsius and they want you to change it to Fahrenheit. You use the other formula. So we're using F equals 9/5 C plus 32. F equals 9/5 C plus 32, no parentheses in this one, and instead of 5/9 it's 9/5. And we're plussing and not minusing, or adding and not subtracting. Okay, so step 1, write my formula every time I'm doing a conversion. 9/5 C plus 32. Okay, second line is putting in the number for C, 50. F equals 9/5, and remember, because they're squished up, they're being multiplied. 9/5 C, 50 over 1 plus 32. I'm okay with you doing the 50 over 1 in one step. Okay, now we cross cancel. This should be 10, that should be 1. So when I multiply across, I get 9 times 10. 90 over 1, or just what? 90 plus 32. Or if it's easier for you, you can write it plus 32. It's easier for me to do it that way. Wow, I don't know where my eraser is, so that looks weird. Okay, add this up. 0 plus 2 is 2. 9 plus 3 is 12. So I should get 122. 50 degrees Celsius is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the conversion. So if you don't remember anything else I said to you today, always start by writing your formula first. After that, start plugging in the numbers, and it should be lots of lines. They give you a decent amount of space, but you're in 5th grade. Towards the end of 5th grade, you got to write pretty small to get all of your rows to fit. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions.